Peace and blessings, y'all. Muhammad X Shakur coming at you again with another video. Give me a second. I'm about to mix it. I'm about to play some music for y'all. About to play some Afro Blue, John Coltrane, good shit. Now, I'm about to read y'all this letter that I found out on the internet. I was doing some research and I was bored. And so, this letter clearly says, Dear Black Americans. Just to let you know, this is from white people. And this letter was in the newspaper, the Philadelphia Observer to be exact, on November 18th, 1998. That was the syndication date. So yeah, and by the way, I'm reading this book called The Making of the Slave. Wait, let me put it up close so you can see it. Making of the Slave, and no, Wille Lynch said it, and well, you know what it is. You know what it is pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna read this letter to you. So just to let you know, it might get a little crazy now. Dear Black Americans, after all these years and all we have been through, we think it's appropriate for us to show our gratitude for all that you've done for us. We have chastised you, criticized you, punished you, and in some cases even apologized to you. But we have never formally nor publicly thanked you for your never-ending allegiance and support to our cause. This is our open letter of thanks. We will always be in your debt to you for your labor. You built this country and were responsible for the great wealth and we still enjoy today. Upon your backs, laden with the stripes we sometimes had to apply for disciplinary reasons, you carried our nation. We thank you for your diligence and your tenacity. Even when we refused to allow you to even walk in our shadows, you followed close behind, believing that someday we would accept you and treat you like men and women. You hear that? We publicly acknowledge black people for raising our children, attending to our sick, and preparing for our meals while we were occupied with the trappings of the good life. Even during the time when we found pleasure in your women and enjoyment in seeing your men lynched, maimed, and burned, some of you continue to watch over us and our belongings. Hear this, right? It's about to get even sicker though. We simply cannot thank you enough. Your bravery on the battlefield, despite being classified as three-fifths of a man, check out the Constitution by the way, was and still is outstanding. We often watch in awe as you went about your prescribed chores and assignments, sometimes laboring in the hot sun for 12 hours to assist in realizing our dreams of wealth and good fortune. Now that we control at least 90% of all the resources and wealth of this nation, we as black people to thank the most. We can only think of the we can only think of the sacrifices you and your family made to make it all possible. You were there when it all happened, and you are still with us today, protecting us from those black people who have the term the wait, excuse me, temerity to speak out against our past transgressions. You know, when people say, "Oh, you talking that black shit." Thank you for continuing to bring 95% of what you earn to our businesses. Remember, they thanking us for bringing our money to them. Thanks for buying our Hill figures, our Karens, Nikes, and all other brands that you so adore. Gucci, Prada, Lacoste, Coogee, all that bullshit. Your super rich athletes, entertainers, intellectuals, and business persons, both legal and illegal, have exchanged most of their money for our cars, jewelry, homes, and clothing. What a windfall they have provided for us. The less fortunate among you spend all that. Wait, excuse me. The less fortunate among you spend all they have at our neighborhood stores, enabling us to open even more stores. Sure, they complain about us, but they never do anything to hurt us economically. Allow us to thank you for not bogging yourself down with the business of doing business with your own people. We can take care of that for you. You just keep doing business with us. It's safer that way. You hear that, right? It's safer that way. Besides, everything you need, we can make anyways, even kente cloth. You just continue to dance, sing, distrust, and hate one another. Have yourself a good time, and this time we'll take care of you. It's the least we can do, considering all you've done for us. Heck, you deserve it, black people, for all your labor, which created our wealth, for all your resisting the messages of trouble making black, like Washington, Delaney, Garvey, Bethune, Tubman, and Truth, for fighting and dying on our battlefields. We thank you. Just to let y'all know, look that up. Washington, like Grover Washington, not Grover, I'm bugging out. George Washington, excuse me, George Washington Carver. Delaney, unfortunately, I do not know. Garvey, in reference to Marcus Garvey. I haven't really heard of Bethune, but I'm gonna do information on that person. Tubman, Harriet Tubman, and Truth, Sojourner Truth. That's right, our own Sojourner Truth. Yeah, let me continue. And we really thank you for not reading about the many black warriors that participated in the development of our great country. We thank you for keeping it hidden from your younger generation. Thank you for not bringing such glorious deeds to our attention. For allowing us to move into your neighborhood, we will forever be grateful to you. For your unceasing desire to be near us, and for hardly ever following through on your threats due to our lack of reciprocity and equity. Yes, you heard that right. You hardly ever follow through your threats. We hardly ever follow through our threats. Yeah, we talk all that shit about how we want freedom and all this other stuff, and it's time that we should take it back. But you know something? Black people, I'm gonna give it to you straight. You're pussy. You're pussy. You can sit there, you can rape, you can attack your own brothers and sisters who look like you, not blood, but generation. You'll attack your own, you disrespect your own, but yet when a white police officer come up, you freeze up like a little bitch. You're pussy. Hmm. We thank you very much. We also appreciate your acquiescence to our political agendas, for advocating your economic self-sufficiency, and for working so diligently for the economic well-being of our people. You are real troopers. And even though the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments were written for you, us, you and many of your relatives died for the rights described therein, you did not resist when we changed those black rights to civil rights. I'll read it again. You did not resist when we changed those black rights to civil rights and allow virtually every other group to take advantage of them as well. So for those of you who, big up Martin Luther King, well, now you have a reason not to big him up anymore. Sorry. Black people, you are something else. Your dependence upon us to do the right thing is beyond our imagination, irrespective of what we do to you and the many promises we have made and broken. But this time, we will make it right. We promise. Trust us. Tell you what, you don't need your own hotel. You can continue to stay in ours. You have no need for supermarkets when you can shop at ours 24 hours a day. Why should you even think about owning more banks? Yes, black people own banks. You have plenty now. And you don't waste your energy trying to break into manufacturing. You work hard enough on our field. Relax. Have a party. We'll sell you everything you need. And when you die, we'll even bury you at a discount. How's that for gratitude? Finally, the best part. You went beyond the pale and turned over your children to us for their education. But what we have taught them is likely they will continue in a mode similar to the one you have followed for the past 45 years. Since school desegregation. When Mr. Lynch walked into the banks of the James River in 1712 and said he will make us a slave for 300 years, little did he realize the truth of his prediction. Just 13 more years, and his promise will come into fruition. But with two generations of your children having gone through our education system, we can look forward to at least another 50 years of prosperity. Things cannot be better. It's all because of you. For all you have done, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Black Americans. You're the best friends any group of people could ever have. Sincerely, all of the Americans. By all other Americans, you mean Caucasians. By the way, here's the thing about blacks and whites. Just to break down the simple root words to it. Black is a shade. White is a shade. So you know, the people out here that's paler than us, they are shades. But shit, who am I kidding? They're more color than us. They turn pink, they turn red, they turn green, they turn blue, they turn purple, they do all that. But yeah, so that's the letter, and yeah, pass this video around and do what you want with it. Peace and blessings, y'all. Love y'all. Peace and abundance.